So what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I am David. On today's episode, we're going to get into the week 12 update. We missed out on week 11. Time just blew by me, so I forgot to do the video. I thought today's was a week 11, and then I looked at the calendar and realized it was week 12. Not that big of a deal. Sorry about that. But we're going to jump into the garden and let's see what's growing. All right, we're going to jump right into the cantaloupe patch. Now, this is on the outside of the gate because they're climbing up the fence, rather. They're climbing right up the fence here. And as you can see, we got some decent sized cantaloupe going here. I don't know if they're going to make it to first frost, but they're looking good. And we have a couple. Check that out. How cool are these guys, right? So they're looking really good. Not a ton of them, but there's definitely a couple, a lot more than what I thought was going to happen. And we got a couple that just didn't make it, like this guy here. But we're looking good. This is what the cantaloupe patch is looking like from inside of our garden, a view that we're used to. Not looking bad at all. You can see some right there. And then these are our beefsteak tomatoes up next. Look at these guys. Man, I really hope that these start ripening up for us so we can eat some of them, because they are looking really good. And there's beefsteak tomatoes everywhere. So it's really looking good in there. Here goes some more. Look at our grape tomato plant. These are our grape tomatoes. They're looking good. And our bell pepper got lost in here somewhere, but it's in there. You can't even see the bell pepper. It's just completely lost in there. But there is a bell pepper plant in there, I promise. The cucumber plant, I mean, this thing has done phenomenal. We've already harvested 22 cucumbers off of this, and as you can see, there's still plenty more to go. There's one there, there's one on the other side of the gate over there. They're all on the ground down here. Just cucumbers everywhere. Shannon made, I think, 2 jars already of pickles and stuff like that, so we're looking really good. Our broccoli we're letting bolt, so you can see the seed pods are here, and we're gonna get a bunch of seed for next go. We didn't do our fall harvest of broccoli like I was supposed to do, only because we just got a lot of things going on right now that we just hadn't gotten them planted. And I got to check to find out what temperature garden is these broccoli are good till in the ground. So if somebody knows, actually drop a comment below if you know. And check out all these pods. Look at this. There's just a ton of seeds in these things. And I picked 2 of our tomatillos. I'm not too sure when to pick them. This is our first time growing them. Some things are saying wait till they fall off the ground. I mean, wait till they fall off the plant itself and then they're done. Some of them say wait till they bust out of this little lantern shell that they have. But this is what they're looking like. They're looking really big. There's a ton of them in here. I mean, they're just everywhere in here. Our jalapenos, check these guys out. Looking really good. Let's get in here and get you guys a look at these. Look at these jalapenos. Boom. There we go. So they're looking really good. They're looking a lot better than what I thought they were going to be doing. I didn't think they would do this good, but they're doing really good. They're all nice back in here. So the jalapenos are looking really good. Same thing on the ground with the broccoli. We're letting this go to bolt. I did cut the tops off because initially somebody said, I was reading something that said if you cut the tops, it'll actually go ahead and start producing more broccoli. And it just wasn't the case for me in my scenario. So we let them go to bolt, and they're starting to put out some seed for us now. They're looking good. Our garlic, they're still growing and thriving. Our cilantro out of nowhere that popped up in here is looking really good. We got some beefsteak tomatoes down here on the ground. You can see them looking good. Beefsteak tomatoes looking good. These guys are still really small, but there's some in there. I don't think those are going to make it at all, but that's what it is. Where else we got down here? Our jalapeno peppers down here on the ground have not started producing any jalapenos, but they do have flowers going. As you can see, the flowers there. The pepper plant down here, I don't know, and that one over there, we just lost both of those. I don't think they're obviously not doing anything. The basil is still growing. We're still picking it. We're still harvesting it. Lettuce, I never did succession planting like I was supposed to, but it's there, and we've been harvesting that left and right too. Eventually we are going to let this go to bolt. We're supposed to, but we ended up just picking more because it kept growing. The chives, I mean, they never really did anything spectacular. So those have been what they've been. They haven't gotten really too big, and we haven't actually used any of them either. So moving along here, we have our sunflowers. A lot of these guys are starting to droop down, which is a good sign of harvesting. But the petals are still very velvety and all of that good stuff. So they're definitely not dried out yet. That one right there is looking like it's starting to dry a little bit more. These guys over here are starting to dry really good. So soon we're going to be harvesting some of those. And that's going to be it, guys. That's looking good for the sunflowers. We're excited about these guys. All right. So we're inside the greenhouse, and I told you guys last time a storm just tore this thing apart. And we haven't redone the plastic because there's just no need right now for me to redo the plastic because we're about to move everything, I think, anyway. But we do want to put our green beans in because we did plant these guys, and this is what our green bean plants are looking like. Looking good. All right, guys, so thanks for joining me for this episode. Thanks for following along with us. We do appreciate it. The garden is looking really good. We're super excited as we start to do our harvesting. We're so happy to have all the cucumbers. We're really hoping we get those tomatoes out there to eat. We look forward to roasting up some sunflower seeds and saving some of the seed for replanting next year and all of that good stuff, guys. So we're gonna wrap this episode up. As always, 2 things, guys. Don't forget to take the time to enjoy what you do, and don't forget, work does not do itself. So don't be afraid to get out there and get after it.